Hey, what's up? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome back to another video. If you're new around here, I'm Ben Rowlands, and this channel's all about live looping. Upload 3 videos just like this one every single week. So if that's something you're interested in, consider subscribing. Now, in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at some handmade beauty guitar effects pedals from the guys over at Flattley Guitar Pedals. So today is Thursday the 16th of January, and you know what that means. It is the first day of Winter NAMM 2020, the biggest exhibition show for all of the music gear announcements for the entire year. Now, my friend, Mr. Paul Flattley from Flattley Guitar Pedals, is making his very first appearance in LA to showcase his pedal range. Now, for all of you who can't make it to NAMM this year, I thought I'd make this video and bring the pedals to you. So before we head over to my studio and check out these guitar pedals, I'd like to address this video is not sponsored in any way. I bought every single pedal with my own money. However, they did give me this pretty cool free t-shirt, but that isn't going to weight my judgment in any way because the t-shirt is a large and I'm just pushing into a medium roughly, so it doesn't really fit me that well. So it's still going to be an honest review. So I hope you enjoyed that little demo of the Flattley Guitar Pedals. Now, in today's video, I want to specifically take a look at the Plexistar, which is a pedal that's trying to emulate the Marshall JTM 45 Plexi amp. And then I want to take a look at the Outlaw, which is a 6-in-1 overdrive and distortion pedal. So it's a very, very versatile. Now, in that demo you just seen, I was using a super clean patch on my Kemper Profiler. It was in fact a Morgan amp, so it's kind of a Vox and Fender kind of vibe if you've never heard of a Morgan amp before. Now let's jump over to our pedals and play about with some of the settings. So these are the two pedals here. So I've got the Outlaw and I've got the Plexistar. Now this Outlaw I have here, it's a pre-production model that I got before it actually came out, so it will look a little bit different to what they are currently offering on their website, but everything about it is still identical. So on the Outlaw, we've got 2 3-way selector switches. Now this allows us to change the voicing of the pedal. So on the right, it shifts the voicing of kind of the distortion sound. So we can go from LED to dial lift to asymmetrical clipping. Now on the other side, this changes the tonality of kind of your guitar. So on normal, it's just your standard sound from your guitar. So for me, it's your classic Les Paul tone. But then here you can see it says thin and fat. So when it's rocking thin, that's trying to make your guitar sound more like a Strat with single coils in. So it takes out the oomph of the humbuckers. And then when you're running it on fat, it makes it sound a little bit more like a PRS kind of feel, like really chunky and huge. Now, in the demo you just seen, I was running it on fat and I had the treble pickup on. It just gave me a really creamy and thick bluesy guitar solo tone. So if we look back at the Outlaw, we then have our 3 standard knobs you would expect to see on a distortion pedal. That's just volume, tone, and drive. Now the cool thing about this drive knob is it's a dual gain potentiometer. So that means it can go all the way from just like a light bite sort of bluesy sound all the way up to a dead thick distortion and really long sustained notes. And especially when you have it on the asymmetrical silicon clipping voicing, this makes the pedal have a bit more of a high gain feel to it. So when you have this cranked and this selected over to the right, you have a totally different type of distortion pedal coming out of the Outlaw. So one thing I really like about these Flattley guitar pedals is how chunky they can make your guitar sound. Now, all my other distortion pedals I own by other brands, they're awesome, they sound great, and they're perfect for your sort of standard guitar tones, but where the Flattley guitar pedals really come into their own is the amount of gain you can add to them, but yet still have note clarity. Honestly, especially with this Plexistar we're just about to take a look at, you can crank that right up to the top and it just sounds so filthy and huge, but it's still usable, and especially in the right context. Now, where these do have great context is in the studio environment. So let's say you've tracked your standard sort of rhythm guitar, rocking the normal tone of your amplifier and the gain on there, and you've got really nice crisp tone. You can then double track the guitars and do some background guitars with these Flattley guitar pedals and really beef it up. So looking at the Plexistar, we've got our 3 standard knobs like on the previous pedal. We've got drive, volume, and tone. But we got our little selector switch here, which totally transforms the pedal. Now, the way this switch works is it's trying to act like the inputs on the front of a Marshall stack. So obviously when you look at a Marshall amp head, you've got 4 different inputs. So you've got A and Bs, and they're like left, rights, etc. And then you can patch them to get different types of gain staging, etc. Now this is what this pedal is trying to emulate. So to the left, it's just you standard plug into the A channel on the amplifier. But then if we switch it over to the right, it's doing a channel B style patch, and it's giving us a huge gain boost, and it sounds honestly absolutely massive, and it's pretty loud as well. So this pedal's perfect for if you've got that filthy guitar solo that you just need to be super loud and cut through the mix if you're running it on your live pedal board. Or, as I just used it in the demo you just heard, I had it on the B patching mode switched to the right, and it sounded really thick and chunky. But I had my guitar volume rolled down slightly just to kind of tame it a little bit, and it made for a perfect rhythm track. So if you want to see more from these Flattley guitar pedals, please let me know in the comment section down below, because I in fact own even more of these pedals. This is a custom made 2-in-1 combined pedal that they made for me, and I also am an owner of their wah, which is one of the coolest wahs I have ever owned and played about with. So let me know in the comment section down below and I can make it happen.